Wow. All right, ladies, welcome. If you could do me a favor and just mute while we go through this, and then you can open up and unmute yourself at the end if you have questions, and we're actually going to open it up and talk a little bit to help one another rewrite some of the stories we have going on in our heads right now, which, as you saw, the topic of this was to break up with any BS stories you currently have so that you can make this the year that you actually transform not just yourself, but your life. So I'm super excited for this topic. Today is what, January 10th? We are almost halfway through the first chapter of this year. How are you feeling? I know I just told you to mute, but blow it up in the chat or give me some arm waves. Like, how are you feeling? I feel like this New Year energy is like really good. Like, it feels just like such a positive energy and just like so, I don't know, it's just got this like high vibe feeling, and I'm sure a lot of people are like, yeah, I feel like that's every year, but there's just something that feels different about this year. I don't know if anyone's with me or if I'm just like living in another planet. No worries, that's usual. If I'm in another planet by myself, totally happens all the time. But I'm just stoked about it. Yay, I'm so glad you guys are loving the energy too. I'm so happy you got on here, Brittany. Shout out to Brittany.
I figured it out.
Yay. This is her first Zoom, so yay! What an exciting time. I was so nervous.
I'm loving it.
I'm glad you're loving it. And I'm kind of making fun because I know my first Zoom, I was like, oh my God, am I going to be on camera?
Mm-hmm. Literally.
Okay, you're with your family.
I am.
Awesome. What?
Crystal made fun of me on my first Zoom, so you're good.
I didn't make fun of you. I just called you out a little. Well, you shouldn't be yawning.
Just a little.
Just kidding. Okay, so before we jump into the actual content, I want to do a shout out first. So shout out to myself. Shout out to myself, Emily Snap, and Lindsay. Woo woo! Everyone who I just gave a shout out already has Success Club points on the board. So huge shout out to you guys for helping someone already this month. We have plenty of months left if you're looking to still get Success Club points on the board. So no worries if you haven't helped someone yet. There's plenty of time, and we're going to keep helping more people. That's what we do every day, right? That's the intention we go out with every day, is to see who needs our help and to invite people on the journey with us and to share our own journeys to inspire others. So that's what we do. That's what we're all about. So huge congrats to you ladies. Another thing we have going on is don't forget that it's Super Weekend this weekend. I love that they changed it to Super Weekend instead of just Super Saturday. It just makes me feel like so excited for the entire weekend, even though my event is just Saturday. I'm like, oh, it's Super Weekend. Woo! Where are you going? Where is your event? Can you blow it up in the chat? I will be here in Indy. Josh Coates is here in Indy, so I'll be hanging out with him. We've got Portland, Phoenix, nice, all the good cities. Where's Uncle Carl? Uncle Carl's gonna be in Phoenix? Yay! That's awesome. Minneapolis with Autumn, always good. You're gonna get a killer workout. Denver, nice. You'll have to let us know how that one is. Lindsay, why not? Jeff Matthews, he'll probably give you guys a bunch of good information. Joel, oh, that'll be a good workout. Christy, don't you have a workout with Chris Downing? If you're confused, Tori, so Super Weekend is our quarterly event that we have every single quarter. You can find the cities that they're located in your online office. In fact, it might still be in the Coaching Break News, but you can also just go to the events section, and then you can click on the Super Weekend tab, and it'll bring up all the information. Plus, it'll also bring up like the different locations that they're at. So yeah, that'll be fun. I'm excited to see all your girls post from the weekend and share like any pics or any videos or anything in our Fitness Tribe group. Yay! And then lastly, last announcement, and then we can move on. Summit ticket. So we are now in the new year, which Summit is coming so soon. I know we're all super stoked. I can't stop thinking about it. Like ever since 2019 hit, every single day I'm like, Summit, Summit. I need to start like a countdown and just like cross it off my calendar every day because that's how excited I am. So we have until January 12th and January 31st to grab your ticket at a discounted rate. So if you want to grab your ticket and get $140 off, you want to snag it before January 31st. 34th is not in the month. The month ends at 31st. Just a reminder. What was I going to say about that? I feel like there was something else I was going to say. Oh, how did I forget? Rachel Hollis is our speaker this year. Like, she is going to blow it up. Who has read Girl Wash Your Face? And I'm also super excited about her new book that's coming out, I think in March. Don't quote me, but I think it's in March. So that'll be super awesome. Not only do we get to learn together at Summit, but we get to do live workouts together. We get to have a team dinner together. We basically get to do all of the things together for like 3 days straight. So I hope you're excited to hang out because we're going to be like attached forever. All right. So I think that's all I have for announcements. But before I continue on, does anyone want to give like any of their coaches a shout out or a shout out for something else beyond like Success Club or Rank? Like if you have been killing it with your workouts or if you've been killing it with nutrition or something like that, or just stepping out of your comfort zone. Like if anyone has any shout outs they want to do for themselves or one of their coaches, meow's the time. Anyone? Oh, you wrote it in here, Leah. Erin is rocking it in your challenge group. That's awesome. Oh, I'm sad she's not on here, but she will see the recording. Way to go, Erin.
I sent Emily an audio yesterday, but I just had to give her a huge shout out because like every time I see her stories, I'm like, oh my God, she's amazing. Like she's just showing up every single day. And like every time I log into my office, I'm like, did she help somebody else? And so she's helping so many people. And she was like, I feel like I'm not doing a whole lot, like I'm doing the bare minimum, and it's okay because it's still working. So I'm just really proud of her for showing up every day.
Totally, yeah. Like, Emily, you always show up. I never see you, like, you don't skip a beat on social media. You're always on there. You're doing your workouts. You're doing the thing. So way to go, girl. We were talking about that the other day, actually, Emily. Emily and I were talking about you, Emily. Keep getting really confused when I'm talking to you girls. And I was like telling Emily with double E that Emily with a Y is really awesome. Can we all get new names, please? I'm just kidding. So way to go. Anyone else have anything they want to share? Tori, you've been rocking it with 80 Day, and Lindsay, you're killing 80 Day. It's flying by. Like, I can't believe how quickly it seems like it's going. Oh my gosh, another Emily. At least she spells it differently. Oh, I can't, guys. It's okay. Okay, if anyone thinks of anything as we're going out, feel free to celebrate in the chat or anything, or we can always open it up after, like I said. So, tonight we're talking about breaking up with our BS stories. This is a topic that I feel like changed my life when I realized that I had power over like my thoughts and the fact that my thoughts were actually what was creating my life. And I know I talk all the time about how like action is what changes your life, right? But your thoughts are what dictate how you act every day, like what you believe. So your thoughts, what you're saying to yourself every single day, if they're on repeat, that becomes an internal belief. So let's say, for example, you constantly say, like, I'm a messy person. If you keep saying that on repeat, that's going to become a belief, which is going to shape into an identity, and you will literally live out that thought that you just keep saying over and over and over again of being a messy person. It happens with anything, and we're going to talk about it more at the end when we do share, like, our own BS stories, and we help one another to rewrite new ones. But I think that's probably one of those transformational things with my own personal growth journey is that I needed to stop feeding the thoughts and the identities that I didn't agree with anymore. So for me personally, I know a lot of you guys like know my story about how I used to be super, super shy and like insecure. And I was just like a scared little baby bird who just like wanted to hide from the world. And I didn't want to make a peep. I just didn't want anyone to notice me. And I would, every single day, I would tell myself like, oh, I'm shy. And then I would take action from that place. Like anytime someone invited me to do something new or invited me to do something out of my comfort zone, I automatically, like without even thinking about it, my response would just be like in my head, obviously subconsciously, I'd be like, oh no, I can't do that, I'm shy. And then I would like tell the person, no, thank you. But in my head, it was like, I could never try something new because I'm shy. Like Crystal doesn't do XYZ because she's shy. So I was living out that identity that I created for myself. And when I finally learned that like, hey, I don't really resonate with that anymore. Like, how am I supposed to live this big, meaningful life if I'm so afraid to even use my voice? Like I can't. You can't live a big life if you're so afraid of coming out of your comfort zone, or you're afraid of what other people think. Like you can't do magical things if you're constantly worried about like what people are going to think of you, or what I don't know, just what they're going to perceive if you start doing certain things. Like that was so me. Why I never made a peep was the fact that I was just like afraid of what people were going to think, or I was afraid I was going to say something wrong. And it's like, why though? Like you can't live in fear. Like Gabby Bernstein says, you have to start living in a place of love and faith instead of fear. Like every single day we're making choices with our actions. Are we making a choice based off fear? Like, oh no, I can't do that thing because I'm afraid. Or are you choosing to believe in love and faith and do things anyway? You know, like we always have those choices in our lives of how we want to lead and how we want to move forward. So that was a really long intro and I kind of just got talking, but I actually just made a post about this on social media, and I just wanted to remind everyone that don't just talk about it, be about it. So I shared this as my post tonight, and I wanted to talk about it because we're kind of intertwining like the letting go of bullshit stories tonight with the energy of the new year and what you want to do with this energy, like how you want to move forward with it and how you want to take advantage of it. So I just want to remind everyone, here we are in the new year. We have this awesome energy, but nothing changes if nothing changes. Let's repeat that. Nothing changes in your life if nothing changes, which means if you just keep doing the same old thing you've always done, you're going to keep getting the same old results you've always got. And if you're not happy with where you are as a person, if you're not happy financially, if you're not happy with your business, if you're not happy with your health and fitness, with your relationships, I don't know, with how much you travel, anything like that, you have to level up. You have to do something differently, and you have to do it consistently. We can't just show up and do a week of power hours and then be like, well, why am I not a millionaire though? I just did 5 power hours. Like you have to show up consistently, and that's the only way to figure out how things work for you as well. Like you can't just brush something off and be like, well, that didn't work for me. Like clearly I'm not meant to be a 6-figure earner in this business. Clearly I'm not meant to be a 5-star, 10-star, 15-star, whatever it is for you, if you're only trying it for a week. Or if you're only trying it for a month. Like you have to be consistent for the long term. That's how all successful people get to where they go. They don't go into something with this short-term mindset of, I'm going to try it for like a few months, and then if I'm not at the top in like 3 months, I'm just going to give up. Like all successful people go into things with the mindset of, I'm going to try forever until I get there. Like I'm relentless and I'm going to figure this out. Because everything in life is figure outable. There's always a solution. You just have to be open to that solution. Check your mindset, check your words. Are you open to solutions? Or are you constantly telling yourself, this won't work for me. This isn't working. I can't do this. Which we're going to get back into that a little bit later. So the only way to actually change your life is with consistent action. So give yourself a little bit of a gut check here. Are you following a program right now? Raise your hand or put it in the chat. What's your program? Hi, Liv. What's your program? That water bottle is like as big as her. I don't know if anyone saw it. It was like huge. 80-day, 20-minute fix. You're almost done with quarter fours. Yeah. Are you drinking Shakeology every single day? You can blow it up to max 30. You must be almost done with that, Val. Yes to the shakeout. Woo! Are you doing 20 minutes at least a day of personal development? Just 20 minutes. You can listen to it. You can do a pod. You can do a training. You can read. I like to read. But remember, if until we change what's between our ears, until we change our mindset, everything in life is so much harder because you're constantly fighting that like internal battle. Like everything becomes easier when you improve this part, your mental fitness. That's literally the most important thing in life. Like screw a six pack. Are you strong in your mindset for real? Okay, so how about your power hour? Gut check. How many power hours are you doing a week? And is it gonna get you to where you wanna go? 5, 6, yeah. You got the power hour struggles, Jenna. How can we help? We can help you. Not enough, 5, 6, yeah. Checklist, I have a checklist for you. I don't know why I'm singing that. I have a checklist for you though. For you. Shooting for 5 but hitting 3. Let's make 5 happen. How can we help? Accountability, posting in our team group when you finish it. What can we do? Do you need text accountability? 2, need to work on it. So make your goal of what you want it to be, Randa. Text. We can do text. This is great. I feel like we're just like getting it out. The only way, I feel like awareness is first. Like if we don't acknowledge what's going on first, it's harder to change because we don't even know the starting point, right? Okay, so how about the national wake-up call and team calls like this? Are you hopping on them? It's free training, guys. Like, I think I was telling you, Brittany, the other day that like I don't have an upline like this. Like most of you guys know, like my upline doesn't work her business. So like I don't really have someone to do one-on-one calls with. I mean, sure, the uplines above that, they're super helpful, but they're not my actual mentors. So like I'm not going to reach out to them all the time. So I pretty much built my entire business off of the free national wake-up calls. And whenever Janelle would do calls, and the championships page is like gold. Like the Beachbody Championships page, you could just build your entire business off of that page. Hi, Taylor. This is Taylor's first Zoom. Woo! So we were just going through the training. It's recorded, so you can catch the other part. I don't need to repeat it all. Okay, so how about social media? How are you doing? Gut check. Are you showing up every single day? And that's not to say like you need to post 1,000,000 times a day. Most of you guys know like I'm all about that 1 to 2 quality posts a day, and then just showing up on your stories, which I just think of those as fun anyway. Like that's just like a playful side that you get to share with people, and that's how people like really get to know like your personality. And I feel like stories is where they really fall in love with you because they get to see like essentially what it would be like to hang out with you, and they get to see your humor, and they just get to hear like behind the scenes of your life. Okay, so that was just like a little bit of a gut check for everyone. I'm gonna take a sip of water real quick. Don't mind me. Not pour it on my face. I was on the Power Hour Zoom earlier and I just like dumped it in front of my mouth. I don't know what happened. Oh my God, she's working out. Oh, okay. Go record him real quick. For real though, be right back. Okay, so I wanted to do a little gut check because that way you know where you're at, you know your starting point, and it's also, that gives us that sense of realness, like, okay, I know what I need to work on. Like, I know 2 power hours a week isn't enough if I'm actually trying to, like, make a full-time income with this and I'm actually trying to impact lives. Like, if I'm only doing 2 power hours a week, how am I supposed to help like at least 5 people a month or 3 people a month? You know what I mean? It's just like, it's not enough to make a big impact and to get to where you want to go. Like the whole concept of big momentum, getting momentum is essentially like doing enough to build up that momentum. So like if you're like, it can feel harder sometimes if you're just doing the bare minimum of things to get to your goals, because it's almost like you're going at a snail's pace. But if you level up and you 10x your stuff, if you've never read the book 10x by Grant Cardone, it's an awesome book. If you're doing things like if you're 10xing it and you're doing more, it almost starts to feel easier because one, you've gotten your groove, you've found your flow, and you're like, oh man, I'm killing it. Like I'm showing up every day. That builds confidence. Oh my God, what does Micah Folson say? Everyone write this down. Action breeds confidence. Ain't nobody building confidence sitting on the couch. Like, if you want to be a more confident person, show up every day for you. Like, that's a simple thing you can do, is just show up for the stuff you say you're going to show up for, and that automatically builds your confidence. The name of the book was 10X by Grant Cardone. I think it's 10X Rule. Yeah, Emily's got it. Thank you. So I can only give you the tools. Your upline, if it's not me, can only give you the tools. Uncle Carl can only give you the tools. Like Beachbody Corporate can only give you the tools, but it's you who has to show up every single day, because you are the only one responsible for not just your business, but for your life. I mean, most of us are building virtual businesses because we have a life vision that we want to see as our reality. But the only way you're going to get there is if you take radical responsibility and that you realize you are the only one in control. Ain't nobody coming to your house and doing your power hour for you. Ain't nobody coming to your house and doing your workout for you. Like, our businesses are exactly the same as our fitness journeys. If you want results, you have to keep showing up. You can't give up when it gets hard. Those challenges are what build your character, and you have to push through them. Do not be the type of girl, when they get faced with a challenge, they run away and they give up. Please don't be that girl. Please be the girl who pushes through, because I promise you, you will come out stronger and you will learn so many lessons, and you personally, who you are, will transform because you pushed through. So true, Leah. Like, what you are setting as the example for your challengers is what they're going to do. Like, if you're not showing up every single day, why would they? Same with your team. Like, as you guys start to build your own teams, if you're not showing up every single day on social media, if you aren't doing your personal development every day, your power hour every day, if you're not hopping on the national wake up calls, they're not going to do it either. Like, you're basically doing them a disservice as a leader by showing them that, hey, you don't have to do all this stuff. But then what happens? You're not actually helping them because they're watching you not do it. So they're not going to do it. Thus, they're not going to get to where they want to go. Do you see what I'm saying? Thanks. I love the interaction. This is why I love Zoom and I hate Facebook Lives, because I'm just like talking to myself. I'm like, oh, great. How's it going, Crystal? It's fine. Okay. Where are we at in my notes? Because I think I got a little sidetracked. Okay. So someone said this. It was like a fitness girl said it on her Instagram stories. And I just thought about it, because in a year we can accomplish so much, but it starts with what we do every single day. And sometimes I think when we show up every single day and we get stuck in the day-to-day mundane, and like excuses start to crowd in, and maybe people try to steal our focus, or outside things come into our world, and then all of a sudden in that day we're like, oh, you know what, I can just do this tomorrow. But then tomorrow comes, and if those excuses crowd in again, what happens? You just keep saying, oh, I can do that tomorrow. But then what happens? It happens again sometimes. You're like, oh, and then tomorrow comes, but then something else is going on, and then it's like, oh, I'll just do that tomorrow. And before you know it, you're at December 31st, 2019, and you accomplished nothing. You're literally where you're at today. So I ask you, do you really want to take advantage of this year and get to where you want to go for realsies? Or do you want to be at January 1st, 2020 in the exact same spot being like, yeah, this is my year again, going for the same goals again? And I only ask this because I think that when we're looking at a fresh year, we do see the opportunity and we're super excited. But if we don't bring that excitement into the day-to-day and break down our goals of like, cool, if I'm shooting for 10-star, what do I got to do today? What do I have to do this month? What do I have to do the first quarter if we're going to be an elite team? Like, you have to break it down like that so you know where you're going so that you end the year and you actually accomplished all the things you want to accomplish. Don't let the day-to-day excuses cloud in on what it is you really, really want. Because if you keep letting excuses run your life, you're going to keep playing the victim in your own life and you will never, ever get anywhere. 5 years down the road, you'll still be the same exact person. You'll still be in the same exact place. It really starts today if you're trying to change. If you're trying to transform and you're trying to move forward, it starts today. It starts right now, like in this moment. Every single moment, we have an opportunity to do something, to create something, to make a difference, to manifest something new. Literally, in this moment, you can rewrite the script. You can be like, I'm done with XYZ. I'm done with that BS story. I'm going to write something new from here on out. Done. And you can do that. You can do that in any moment. I'm such a big believer that like every single second, every single minute, we're blessed with a fresh start. But I ain't gonna lie that you literally were just given a new beginning on January 1st, like a concrete new beginning. And you're telling me you're not gonna take advantage of that shit? Like, hello, you were just given a fresh, clean slate, a book to write, to go wherever you want, in your business, in your life, be whoever you want. Don't let it be like December of this year and you're like, shit, I didn't do any of that. Like, vow to take advantage of it right now. Do you really want what you say you want? Do you really want to move your business forward? Do you really want to step into that woman that you really want to be? Do you want to be better? Do you want to improve in your fitness and health? Whatever your goals are, how bad do you want it? Just like Autumn says, how bad do you want it? You have to want your goals more than you want your bullshit excuses. I'm really sorry, Corinne. Where are the muffles? Even though I feel like I'm a really bad influence. I like went over to their house and I was like jamming to rap music. I felt really bad. I'm like, oh, we need to skip this song. And this song. Oh, and this song. Oh, and this song too. You know what? Let's just put on a Disney playlist. So much swearing. Okay. I shouldn't have written my notes in like this peachy color because I can hardly see it. Okay, one thing I really want to say. This is big. Okay, so we know that our thoughts create our identities, right? These thoughts we have on repeat, whether we realize them or not, they're creating the life that we live and who we are. But at the same time, the universe, universal energy, is responding to who you're being. So even though you might say you want to be different, or you might say you're desiring something different, if you're not showing up as that, you're not going to get it. And you're not going to get the opportunities that go along with that better version of you. The universe will always, always respond and match you with who you're being. So for example, in our business, let's use our business as it's a great example, right? So if you want to be a 10-star diamond this year, are you showing up the way a 10-star diamond would show up? Like, are you showing up every single day for your business? Are you showing up every single day for your team? Even if you don't have one yet, but if you're trying to be a 10-star diamond, show up like you have a team of 1,000 coaches. Even if you don't, show up like you do. How would that person carry themselves with their mindset every day? How would that person handle a challenge? How would they handle a problem? Are you showing up in that way? If you want to be a 6-figure earner in your business, are you showing up as one already? Like, how would that person carry themselves? As someone who's where you want to be, what would you act like? What mindset would you have? What does that look like? Create that picture and then start showing up like that. And then you will manifest opportunities and people that are in alignment with that, because you're always attracting who you're showing up as, not what you want. It's who you're being. Okay. Oh, I have another page of notes. Oh, no, this is where we do our share. Okay, so what stories aren't serving you anymore? I need you to write it in the chat. I'm going to give you some examples to get your brain going, but I need you to write what stories. You have to identify what's holding you back right now. Example, I'm too shy. Obviously, that's my example. I'm too busy. I want to mention this one because I'm too busy. Even if you are a busy person, that's cool. Most of us are. But if you keep saying in your head, I'm too busy, I'm too busy, I'm too busy, what are you gonna manifest? Busyness. You're never gonna see any free time because you're so busy telling yourself, I'm so flippin' busy. Even if there was a moment of free time in your day, you wouldn't see it because you are seeing life through the lens of I'm too busy. Whatever stories you're saying in your head, you are literally seeing life through that lens. Whether it's shy, busy, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I'll never be successful, I'm not worth it, I don't have a good enough transformation. Coaches say that a lot. If you're just saying all of these things, that's all you're ever going to see. You're never going to see the opportunities past that because you've literally put a block on your reality that you can't see past it. You literally have like beer goggles on. It's blurry. Oh, Jenna, I'm so glad you said I don't know how, because one of my examples that I didn't even say, I don't have all the answers, so I can't help others. Leah said this one time to Josh, and what did Josh do?
He was like, no, that's not true. Because you don't need to know all the answers.
True.
Nobody knows all the answers.
Truth. You will never know everything. And I feel like the best learning is in the doing. Like I always say this when it comes to health and fitness, I've learned more as a coach than I ever did like in nutrition school because I wasn't out doing, I wasn't out helping people. But now that I'm thrown in it and I'm helping people, I've learned more than I ever did like in 6 years of school. I can't be a leader. I'm so glad you said that. Okay, if you follow Josh Coates, like he basically says like F leadership, like there's no such thing as like a leader because leadership can be whatever you want it to be. Like you can be any type of leader you want to be. But the only way to grow into being a leader is to like step into that. So instead of just saying like I can't be a leader or I'm not a good enough leader, because I was there too where I kept being like, oh, I don't think I'm a good leader. And Josh would always be like, that's bullshit. Like I don't even know what a good leader is. Like everyone has their own leadership styles. And I think in general, all a leader is it's someone who's willing to lend a hand to someone else. And they're like, hey, I don't know everything, but I'm willing to stand by your side and give you my hand so we can learn it together. Like I literally think that's all a leader is like, hey, I want to help you. I want to link arms and let's just figure it out together. Yes, you are your only limit, Lindsay. I love it. Feel free to like, if anyone wants to talk, you can unmute yourself.
One that was, did you say this one already? I haven't helped enough people be successful, so I don't know how to, or I'm not like I haven't created enough income myself, so I don't know how to help somebody else do that.
Yeah, I didn't say that one, but just kind of like we talk about, well, okay, so back to Josh. I don't know why I keep talking about Josh. Probably texted me before this. So Josh runs a leadership group that I'm in, and people will sometimes say that in the leadership group. They'll be like, well, how am I supposed to help other people make money when I'm not even making like $5,000 a week yet, or I'm not even making $1,000 a week yet, like whatever, fill in the blank with whatever your income goal is. They'll always fill it in with whatever they want. Like even if their income goal is like $10,000 a week, they'll be like, I can't help others make $10,000 a week because I'm not there yet. And it's like, but if you help someone make $20, or have like you made just maybe like $20 yourself, or even if you haven't made money, like have you at least like positively impacted someone in their life and shown them what's possible if they just show up for themselves? Like if you've just kind of inspired someone in some shape, way, or form, you can help them do something else, because that just translates. If you could inspire someone in one area, you can help them do something else in a different area. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know if you had anything else you wanted to add to that, Leah. Oh my God, your card. I just read that. Give an inch and the universe will give you a mile. Oh my God. Oh my God. The universe will only show up for you if you show up for you. If you're not even showing up for you every day, like why would the universe give you new opportunities if you're not taking advantage of them yet? Yeah, kind of the same lines, Brittany, of what we were saying. Like you said, I can't succeed because I am not already like as successful as maybe some other coaches, or I'm not where I want to be yet. And it's like, if you think about all of like the really successful coaches, we all start in the same exact spot. So like any coach you look up to, like maybe you look up to someone in the Millionaires Club, or you look up to like 15-star diamonds, or you just look up to someone who's like a step ahead of you, whatever their rank is, they're just successful. Like we all start day one when we sign up to be a coach, and we all have the same exact journey. And I think that's such a beautiful thing, because we know that if someone else has done what we want to do, that's proof that we can do it too. What else, girls? That's all I had like written down for my training. So if you guys have questions, or if we want to like rewrite more of our BS stories together, or if there's anything that you guys want to like elaborate on, we can totally open it up. Well, don't be so quiet. Bye, Tori. I can post it right now, Christy. I think it's on this computer. 1 second. Where are you? Okay.
Can I kind of piggyback on the following other people, like the upline people? So this is going to be kind of like an open, honest thing that I was going through yesterday. So they did all the announcements for all like the big ranking people like Premier and Elite and all of the top 10 and everything. And I was finding myself searching for who I thought would be like top 10. And then I was like, oh, that's cool. Like they're celebrating, they're doing all the things. And I was like, oh, wouldn't that be nice? And as soon as that came out of my mouth, I was like, okay, now I have to stop searching all these people. I have to, like, I don't even follow the top 10 coaches, because I find myself getting in that spot where I'm like, that's nice. Like, that must be nice. Yeah. Like, what do they do every single day? Like and I was finding myself getting into that comparison trap. So the moment you find yourself getting into that spot, then remember, like remind yourself to go back to, okay, this is why I'm here. Remind yourself of your why and your goals, because that's your story. Your story is not their story, and nothing that you do or they do is going to line up with each other.
Yeah.
So use them as inspiration, but the moment they get to that comparison, it's okay to unfollow. A lot of top coaches don't even follow their own coaches.
I know. Yeah.
I find myself in the same spot whenever I'm doing like the Instagram search, just to kind of scroll. Well, of course, it's everything fitness.
Yeah.
So, you see the fitness models and, and all this stuff. Occasionally I found myself thinking, man, wish I could look like that, or, and it's just, I have to stop myself and I get off of Instagram the rest of the day because I don't need to be doing that. I'm at where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something that I thought of you can do if you do find yourself in that spot, or if you have like someone on our tribe or someone in your challenge group or a coach or somebody, instead flip it to, let's make a celebration out of it. Like, let's use somebody's story or just post in the tribe and be like, hey, somebody give me something that I can shout out, because giving people recognition, like that's one of our new vital behaviors, is giving recognition. So when you start recognizing people, that makes you feel good. That puts more good energy out there rather than the negative that you were just feeling a few minutes ago.
Well, I've struggled for years with comparison.
Mm-hmm. I think we all do.
So I'm getting better with it, just because I don't go on the search often anymore, because I find that's where I mainly do it.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it seems like almost every single time I'm scrolling through there, that's when the comparisons start happening. So I just I don't use that part of Instagram anymore.
Yeah. And I think that's smart, because I mean, if it doesn't, yeah, if it's something that doesn't make you feel good, just do away with it.
I was telling Leah yesterday too, when she told me that whole story. I was like, I do the same thing. Like, I don't follow any top coaches. Like, I didn't know Amy Silverman had her baby. Cody told me, because I don't follow her, but he does. So like, but when Leah was telling me this, and I'm like, I've definitely caught myself in that same place too. And I have to like, I catch myself, but then I have to also say, they didn't get there by not inviting. So I'm going to go send some invites right now.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like good, like they deserve to be there because they worked hard for it. Yes, I'm stuck comparing myself, but they didn't get there by doing nothing. So I'm going to go do something to get myself one step closer to that. And then I'm probably going to unfollow them too.
Yeah, but I love that you flipped it to be like motivation essentially instead. Like you were like, well, they're where they're at because they just did a shit ton of invites, or they just showed up every single day for their business and for what their why was. So I'm going to go do that. Like, bye. I'm going to go do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just posted our do your shit list. I don't know why that sounds so funny. So it's a tracker. That's what it is. And it's so cute. You look at it, guys. Tell me if you think it's cute. But anyway, it's in our team group. You don't have to go now.
So cute.
It's so cute. But okay, so I have a tip, because I think that printing off 5 or 6 of those, or how many power hours you do a week, is kind of a lot each week. So print one and then laminate it, or stick it in one of those folders that you can like write marker on and then erase it. And then that way each week you just like #teacher hack. And you can just erase it and then check it off again. Or I don't know if you can electronically type in this. That would have been a good thing to know. I didn't.
PDF you can't, unless you know, you'd have to use like a photo editing app.
You have to make it an interactive PDF.
Okay. I didn't make it, so I didn't really know. But I personally printed and laminated. I'm such like a paper pen person anyway, but I'm obviously not going to print like 7 of those. Oh. Just kidding. It wouldn't be 7. It would be 4 of those a month. All right, queens, anything else before I let you go? Questions, comments, excitement, anything. Oh, Christy, boom. We're gonna do a boom.
You remembered before I did.
I know. Are you proud of me?
I'm so proud of you. Now don't spill your water.
Stop it. It's so mean. What can I put in my photo? All right, everyone ready? We're gonna do a boom, except it's facing me. So Becky says hi. This is Becky. If you don't know Becky. My oh, okay, you're counting. Okay.
3.
I got nervous.
I gotta do it again. I cut off like half your guys' faces because I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, I know.
And yes, I'm wearing a Snuggie.
I was just gonna ask what you were wearing.
It's a Harry.
Gosh. Oh my goodness.
It's a Harry Potter robe in Snuggie form.
I totally see it now, but at first I thought you just had like a sweater and a really chunky scarf on.
Who got you that?
No, my mother.
No, sorry, I was talking to my toddler.
Oh, I was like, my mom did.
My toddler brought in this, so I was wondering where I got it.
Okay,
we're gonna try the boom again.
are you gonna count?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god, Randa screamed.
Brenda, the dogs are having a WrestleMania in there.
I think they missed you guys more than I did.
Look at him.
She was like, they were so excited when people started popping on the calls and they could hear noises.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh, people. Okay, go somewhere else now.
So funny. Another thing I wanted to say that I totally forgot to say. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
T20 preview workout.
Work.
If any, sorry, I said that as like a question. As it wasn't a question. We're all gonna log into the workout Zoom, and we're gonna do the T20. T20 preview workout. If anyone wants to join, you're totally welcome to do a different workout if you want to.
You don't need to have the step either.
You don't need to.
No,
Yeah,
not at all. You will be dripping without the sweat.
dying. So, anyways, if anyone
What?
Without the step.
Okay, I think that was my last announcement. Does anyone have anything else?
No, Emily, you can't work out at 5 a.m.
Sure.
Come on, Emily.
Stupid neighbors.
Oh.
Did you try going to the gym?
You really think I'm gonna walk my happy ass down to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning? It's cold outside.
Okay,
my God,
let's
this is
talk about
Arizona.
cold because that's a
Stop it.
relative thing.
In case anyone doesn't know, Emily lives in Arizona.
It's 40 degrees in the morning. It's cold.
I would kill for a 40-degree day.
I'm sorry,
Like,
it's in the
sunshine.
negatives over here.
Oh yeah, no, I know. But I'm not gonna walk across my apartment complex. No.
I am stoked for like 32-degree weather this weekend in Minneapolis.
Like
For
tropical
Saturday. I'm like,
weather.
oh my god, I'm gonna be able to wear shorts outside.
32 degrees? No.
It's like -3 outside right now.
Oh my god.
It's supposed to be a high of -3 next Monday.
Did you just eat your hair?
I sucked it in. It smells really good. I got it done yesterday, and it still smells really good. Not yesterday, Wednesday. It still smells really good.
Don't eat your hair, Randa.
just
It's
saw-
bad for your stomach.
I know you're trying to stick with your meal plan, but if you're hungry, please eat more.
Hair is not a vegetable.
Hair is
Crystal, you should probably stop recording this. I don't think
Oh my
anybody
God,
really
I
cares. Is that okay?